And the year 2020 is finally at an end. And what better way to celebrate than watch Santa dance? And the children are happy and excited. And this is exactly what we came to do, isn't it? Wait, what am I seeing here? Somebody do something and get that shit out of here.
Holy mackerel! I reckon we're gonna find out who's been naughty or nice. I think we know the answer.
Are you the real Santa or are you just a fat piece of trash?
Oh! No! Oh, Stone Cold just started singing! No! Pause.
That's what we came here to see. And oh wait. In the first 3 parts, the fight continued and the map evolved. And it's happening again. What? And just like that, God created evolution. And guess what? The Warriors, they're back for this new year. And they want to get redemption on the year that caused them so much of trouble. Everyone wants to defeat the one thing that caused so much of harm. And everyone is ready for the new series, which is as follows. You have 4 teams now. Hell yeah, you don't have 3 teams. Who needs 3 teams when you can have 4 teams instead? The teams on the top, they got 3 members each and they got 1 cube each to their name. 1 juicy cube that they're gonna bite into, that they're gonna sink their teeth into just to get redemption on all the other sides and prove that they're the most dominated force in the entire wrestling environment. Or whatever environment this is. It's supposed to be a castle, it should be pretty evident, but nonetheless, that's what I do. We have to say things because people don't understand things in this present day, especially since COVID took over, and that is something that has made everyone really pissed off. The teams on the bottom, they get 2 members each, but guess what? They get more cubes. Oh yeah, they party. The party for them just got bigger. They just got more food. They just got themselves more drinks. And that Piper and Brock, they're gonna party all night. Because hell, it's New Year and that's what we do on New Year. The daru is all ready. The food is ready. The chicken tikka is ready. Everybody is waiting to party once this is finalized and once the score is settled. Which side is the best side? The northeast, the northwest, the southeast, or the southwest? Or well, in another way, it's kind of like a division between the left and the right. There still is a left and the right, but now you have a top and bottom as well. And this, my friends, is how you determine who the best in the world is. This ain't like Shane McMahon's best in the world wussy trophy thing that he pushed in Saudi Arabia. Hell no, this is something that matters much more. And this is what determines your future in life. This tells you which place is the best place to move. You used to think IIT Bombay was the best. You used to think IIT Guwahati was good. But now your decisions are gonna be based off this. This, my friends, is how we make something absolutely irrelevant relevant. Just like that, there are 5 members. You see the Pipers. They are waiting. They're waiting to sink their little home-made gift right up everybody's arse because they are gonna go home and party hard with all the drinks and booze. They're just waiting for a matter of time how long it would be before they can get that job done, because in this mode, there's only one thing that matters. There's only one thing that these Pipers are gonna grant you. They aren't gonna give you some sort of a nice dinner. They're gonna give you something much worse. They're gonna give you the gift of death. And that is something nobody wants on any basis. With that, we see the first winner. The first winner is the team on the bottom right. They've done what they could. They are in the lead. And every set, we have 3 sets in these series. And every set, what am I seeing here? People are shooting each other. Probably the Colt didn't accept. Oh wait, I see what happened. I see what happened. That Piper, she rejected Colt and Colt took her cube and that pissed her off. And now the other Piper who wanted to be asked out wasn't asked out. And now that, my friends, is how a love triangle works. And that proves only one thing in life. You better stay away from it. Well, always, because it kind of means trouble and it probably means you're gonna get beat up for that. But who cares? It's New Year. Anything goes. You can do what you want. Everyone is having a party. There's a Brock. He's got his he's got everything ready. He's loaded. He's waiting to go back home with that Piper or the Tara who's on the other team. The Piper there, she's happy. There's a Colt fighting with a Piper. She probably rejected him as well and he just got his revenge on her. And Nani got shot by a Piper probably because he approached her as well for New Year and she didn't really like it because, well, Piper is probably like next level for him. And he should probably go out with some sort of a robot thing. He could probably go out with Tick. Probably that's his soulmate. But well, love is a funny thing and it's best you don't take any sort of action until all the action is over. And hell no, the action isn't over yet. Stone Cold Steve Austin showed us the action never ends. There's never any limit to what things can go, and that Piper just showed the guys what she's made of. And no, she is not in anybody's reach for this new year at least. You guys can come back next year, but you're not getting me this year is what her mentality is. And well, she's pretty much being killed now. And she shifted her side, which is kind of against the rule. And there's a tick head there who's all alone. And he was killed. The tick wasn't killed, the tick head was killed. That just shows how unfortunate Tick's life is and how sad he's gonna be on this new year, because he ain't getting no party. He's just getting a headless body back to party all alone in his little home. Everybody is now back. Everybody is ready. The ticks, they're shooting the skulls. They're not shooting others because I don't know what they want to prove. A person is sad, a person is angry. They probably shot each other and that didn't really go down. There's a Piper there. She's waiting for her moment. She's waiting to cash in her money in the bank and make everybody else pay. There's a Piper trio. That's the worst trio in the entire humanity. If you see 3 Pipers, you're bound to see trouble. One is bad enough. It's like having 3 actresses in one room for a matter of 5 minutes and seeing all of them beheaded because, well, they probably can't coexist and they probably piss each other off. And plus, like, the guys probably have affairs with each other, which is a completely different thing, but that's something we shouldn't discuss here because we're here to prove something more important than what happens in Bollywood. Nobody cares about Bollywood. Everyone cares about which side is the better side. And just like that, a tick is caught, unaware, and off he goes back home, unloved, with nothing at all. The Piper, she's fleeing back. And oh yes, I forgot to mention this, but we are gonna have a total of 21 games spread over 3 sets. Each set is gonna have 7 games. So basically, you gotta get the most wins in every set. Now, I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, oh, but what happens if there's a tie? Well, there's a no result then. So you've pretty much wasted the last 20 minutes doing absolutely nothing, which is still better than what these Pipers are gonna do on New Year. But still, I'll not talk about that. There's a Piper fight. As I said, that is the most dangerous thing to humanity, and just like that, 3 teams are off the mark. You have one team, the second team, the one on the top right, that hasn't opened his account yet, but he's waiting for his moment. These Pipers are waiting for the bow to ask him out. That's Sabjiwala. He wants to go out with those Pipers, but he can't because he gotta go back home to his wife. And there are 2 Colts and a Brock. They're the boys. The boys are out to party. The Sabjiwala is unhappy because he gotta go home and make roti for his wife. And he's waiting for that Piper for whatever little that matters. Probably she's not gonna make it. And just like that, one of the Pipers goes. And the Sabjiwalas, well, they're pretty unhappy. They look pretty pissed off. Well, probably the Piper would be because, well, the bow has some other priorities and very different priorities. But let's not get into that either. There's a big fight between the boys. The boys are fighting as to who's gonna go out with that Piper. There's a cube over there. That Piper wants it. She wants it. But she knows the boys are out to get her as well. She knows how dangerous those Colts are. And with those Colt gadgets, you don't want to mess with them. They can basically rip your head off. They can shoot the head out of anybody. They can even shoot Tick's head off without really causing that big explosion animation that it causes. But nonetheless, the Piper and the bow are finally together and they have their moment. The bow has a little bit of happiness for whatever happiness he'll ever get in life. And there's another bow on the other side. He wants the Piper as well. There's a Colt. Colt is going back for defense. Everybody is low on health. There's confusion everywhere. Everyone is fighting. Things are too tight to call. It's too close to call. The bow isn't happy with that Colt because the Colt tried to approach her. And Nani, he's spinning like a Beyblade down there. He's waiting for somebody to come into his range so he can just snipe and break that person's leg off. And we just saw a really good shot there by Nani. Nani, another OP thing on these kind of maps. Well, I guess you can say Sabjiwala is pretty OP as well. You can say Tick is pretty OP as well. You can say Sprout, yes, the thing you eat on your plates every day, that thing, yeah, that stupid thing, that thing can do damage in this game. And that has a lot of potential. And nonetheless, you see Colts, they can rip shit off too in this present day. You see a bow, a Sabjiwala, he's trying to beat that little Piper up. But that Piper, she's taken her aim and just like that, she misses. But she's probably gonna hit again. I hope. And she finally does. That went down to the line. But nonetheless, It's 1:0:1:2. The team on the bottom right has taken control, and there's a Dyna there. He's jumping around. He doesn't want to win. He wants to see what this map looks like. And there's a fight going on there for the Piper. It's happening right in front of us. Bar fights are gonna be like that. You just saw what went on there. There's a Piper who's gone right into the boxes saying, "These are mine. Get away from my boxes. I'm not gonna accept you to New Year anyways, so you can probably get your ass moving along, because nobody needs to see you around here." That Dyna doesn't want to get into the fight. He has bigger plans. He has much bigger plans, and it's pissing his teammates off. But who does he care about? He isn't getting any Piper for Christmas or New Year. He just wants his little room where he can sit and do nothing all day. And does he do it? Well, he doesn't. Because, well, you saw that before I said it. But he's not going to give up. Everybody is John Cena on this map. Nobody is going to give up. The Piper and the Colt, they're sad. This is like one of those sad movie moments, and the Colt just sniped that other Piper. He says, "I'm going to be dedicated to you. I'm not going after any other Piper on this map. I don't like blue Pipers. I like pink Pipers," and that's what he's going to get this Christmas. There's a sad expression on that Dynamite's face. He hasn't gotten into his hole yet. He hasn't gotten into his Oyo room yet, because he ain't getting anything for New Year. He ain't getting no daru. He ain't getting no sabji. He ain't getting no Piper for Merry Christmas or for New Year. There's a Brock there. He's waiting for his moment. And there's a Colt who's been stunned. He was stunned momentarily, but he managed to get back up. A Sabji wala is camping there. He's waiting for his Sabji to be ready, so he throws it on and makes everyone stuck in their place. He is not going to give up so easily. I can see another Sabji wala there. There's a Colt. That Colt isn't going to take things lightly, and he, well, misses everything. And he's kind of stuck, and he's screwed. And he's dead. But that other Sabji wala, he's screwed as well. He's almost done. And he survived and he died. Well then. 1:1:1:2. I was gonna think of a rhyme with that, but I couldn't really come up with anything. Well, anyways, there are a couple of Sabji walas there. There's a Colt. There's the Playboy there. He is waiting to go out with one of the Pipers. The Nani. Nani's trying to look for a possibility of hanging around with the Piper, and he's won so far. And what did I just see? He just attacked his own Piper, and now he's sad. And that, my friends, that is why Pipers never go out with Nanis, because you can't trust where they're gonna put their little sharp things into. Oh wait, that came out wrong. There's a Colt ready. That Colt is ready with his gadget. He's ready to put that bullet into the head of anybody, including Piper. He doesn't want no New Year party. Hell no, he's got his stock ready. Everybody is ready for the New Year. You see bombs being thrown around. Bows, Sabjiwalas, they can do really good on this map. Basically, you get your stun things right into the center of the map and wait for the smoke to close in, and that's gonna be a good strat. Now, you would say camping is pretty bad, but guess what? Camping is something that actually could work against you, because by the time you have, the smoke closed in, it's pretty much lights out for you. You've got only one cube, and you're up against really strong enemies, because let me tell you, the cube distribution is as follows. The teams on the top get only one, which is great. So when somebody dies, the other person is entitled to one cube as well. The teams on the bottom, they have 2 cubes and 3 cubes respectively. So when somebody dies there, you're just adding on power. So in that sense, the map is exactly balanced. But if you're camping and you lose out on cubes, you're gonna be pretty weak in the end, and that is something you don't want to be. You don't want to be weak. Everyone wants power. Everyone wants power in this present day. Whether it was 2020 or 2021, everyone wants to hold the money in the bank contract in their arms. But if they don't, they know it's gonna be a struggle. They know it's gonna be tight. And just like that, the first team, the team on the top left, they get the lead, and they'll probably get the win, and there they do it. So now the score reads something like 2:1:1:2. Interesting, I would say. Pretty balanced so far. I mean, they're all balanced maps. It's all about who really takes it to the end. It doesn't really matter which side you're on. They're all good. Oh, and what did I see there? That's Sabjiwala. He's after the cube. And he stole the cube from that Piper. And the Piper is pissed. She didn't want that to happen. Nobody wants that to happen to them. The Piper, she's gonna get her revenge some other day. She is gonna take revenge on that bow by probably taking him out and slaughtering his neck and cutting off his, head and throwing it in the gutter after the New Year party. Nani, you see a Spike as well. Spike, well, he could do okay-ish, I guess. You see Mr. P's, yeah, they are after you because they know that you're gonna eat KFC on New Year, but they don't want that to happen. They wanna take over the world and eat you for KFC for dinner. And you see another Bo downstairs. He's charging on his totem and he's shooting around, and there was a bee who got mercilessly slaughtered because, well, she probably used up her honey coat, because once you use your honey coat, you're pretty screwed and you're pretty squishy in any case. And that honey coat allows you to live only once. It's like one of those Dragon Ball things where you survive one attack, but the next moment you're hit, you're dead. Pretty much what happens to Krillin every series in Dragon Ball, because he's practically the embodiment of dying again and again. Nobody really cares about him either. The bows, they're ready. There's a Nani there. He's shooting away. He's shooting at the hiding spot, waiting to get his revenge and get everyone on the opponents. But what do I see? He's just been shot, and there's a bow been shot as well, and everybody is stunned. Everyone is paralyzed in their place. It's down to 6 members, and things are quite drastic now. It's pretty much a 0 versus 3 versus 2 versus 1 situation, and that's Sabjiwala. He's fighting for his life, and he's not gonna make it. He's got 4 cubes, but there he goes down. It's down to 3 versus 2, and now you're gonna see one of the teams take the lead, and that kind of missed tremendously. The Spike, who was supposed to hit, you're supposed to hit your super on your enemies. You don't hit it off your enemies, and that's exactly what happened. But that's what Mr. P does. He doesn't just confuse you, he gets into the head of your enemies. And well, just like that, set 1 is over, because you finished 7 games. So the first whatever minutes you saw of this video, where you saw, well, except the part where Santa was dancing like an absolute jabroni and Stone Cold Steve Austin stunning him, except that, everything you saw resulted in absolutely nothing, because, well, no team was able to capture the first set. It was all a tie. No team really got to 3 points, so that kind of sucked. You don't have to get to 3, you could also get to 4, but you get the point. You get what I'm trying to say. Now everyone is looking for their second win, and there's a Dyna. He's trying to get in to that little room and celebrate his new year there with his little partner. Whoever his partner is going to be, probably not going to be B, because, well, they don't really look very good together. He's gonna try, he's not gonna give up. There he goes, and he misses. You see a Nani on your screen. He's waiting to take the set right into his own hands and send his little Peep out. And once Peep is out, it ain't getting back. It's probably like one of those dirty things where it comes out but it never goes back in. And that's exactly what Nani is here to do. He's here to piss you off. And there we see Dynamite. He got what he wanted. He's achieved excellence. He's done what he had to in life. Now he can just sit back and relax there and do absolutely nothing. And he knows he's gonna take over the world in probably the next 20 minutes, but he is gonna take it easy so far. And really good emoji there. But that Mr. P, he knows what's going on there. He knows the world is in for some good progress in life. You see a Bo, those Sabjiwala, they're fighting over who's gonna get the better raids for the Sabji, and just like that, he's stunned. And just like that, one less farmer in the world. We are hoping that Bo is able to do something better, because so far they've only been able to camp and, well, die in the end. They've not really been able to take over any of the games. And Mr. P, he's waiting for the Dyna to come out to cash in his briefcase and cash in the money in the bank contract and be the new best in the world. He's waiting for that little Dyna. That Dyna has got some power. He's waiting for somebody to come close enough to him so he can stun. And you just saw that Nani, he got his little ball out of the park. He's waiting, and there we see Dyna doing his magic, and he just eliminated the team on the top left. And now it's down to 2 people, the Nani and the Dyna, and it's over before I could even do any commentary on it. Set 2, first game, goes to the side and the bottom right. There are ticks all over. There's the Dyna back. He wants to take over, and he wants redemption, because he is the true king. He's the true king of the world. Or, well, queen if it's like a girl, but it's probably a boy, because Dynas look like guys. Anyways, the 2 Nanis there, they know why 1 when you can have 2, and they know how dangerous their little Peep can be if it travels large distances. And you know what? This map is all about distances. You've got your small little island, but you are not restricted there if you're a Nani. You can shoot, and you can take your little Peep and take it out for a little walk down that river, over the river, and shoot it right into somebody's face. That's exactly what that Nani there is trying to do. the Dinah is back there. He's happy. Well, he's not really happy. He's kind of sad. But he's back into his room and he got what he wanted and he has his free OYO room for the day. And there's a sabji wala there. He's shooting away. He's trying to get that KFC so he can get something back home for his wife. And the Dinah gets out of his room and he's waiting to cash in his money in the bank and be the new world heavyweight champion. And he's back into his little room. Good job. I'm sure your teammates are really happy, as you can see. And he's attacking his own team now. That's great. That's really great. You're probably gonna go some good distance in life. There's a Piper. She's weak. And that's Sabjiwala there. He's taking over. He wants to make a difference. And Mr. P gets away just like that. Just like that. He's away and there's a fight. And the fight is serious and everyone is angry and everyone is pissed off because they know the fight has just begun. Well, it kind of began a few minutes back and there's still 7 people. It's nowhere near the end unless things like that happen, unless you see Pipers go down to Dynamites, unless you see Colts take out Sabjiwalas, unless you see Mr. P take his little penguin thing out and shoot at Dynas, because that's the biggest fear Dyna can ever have in life. Well, he can take out that little penguin thing, but he's not ready for those briefcases. He's not ready for the briefcase to be cashed in on him. He still has to take over the world, and Mr. P is going hard and going strong against those 2 guys there. Doesn't look very good. Well, just like that, it's all over. 0:1 is to 0:1. I was thinking of rhyme, but I couldn't get it done. And I at least did it. I did it this time, and nobody can take that away from me. Nannies are dancing. They're happy. There's a Primo there. Primo is there to save the world, and everyone wants to fight over the cube. Nobody's able to understand who should get that cube. I hope they get their differences right. And there's a Primo. He's dancing. He seems to be pretty happy. Nobody's happy on the side in the bottom left. They know they've lost this round, or unless Primo could do something he did very special from one of the previous episodes. If you saw, and Primo survived till the end because the smoke killed everyone else. But that works too, damn it. That works for me. You see the Piper there. She's been killed. She was obliterated by Mr. P. And that Mr. P is one of the most dangerous things on this maps as well. You can't take anybody for granted here. Anyone can work, except of course Primo and Edgar and Mortis. And of course, you got stuff like Bull and Shelly, I guess. You got Daryl there too. And just like that, there was a fight on the other side. And everyone killed everyone. Mr. P has all the cubes though, so that could be something interesting. The Primo has reached another new level. He's going around the map. He is looking. And what did I just see? The Primo is the sole survivor on the top left. He has to get the job done. He doesn't have a choice. He has to survive. And he's crying and he's begging for mercy. He's begging to be spared so he can live another day. And just like that, he goes back into hiding. The Sabjiwala and the Nani, they are waiting for their moment. They know they're close to getting this deal done. They're waiting to cash in their contract. The Mr. P on the other side is alone, but he has all the power he needs. All he needs is a good moment when he can show his briefcases and get that contract cashed in. And get those briefcases on the other side. Primo is still trying things out. He's still trying to use his gadget to give his side a chance. He's still trying to give a reason for people to believe in Primo and make Primo great again. But everyone knows that his days are counted. And the Colt over there, he's shooting his bullets. That Nani, and oh wait, what did I see? That Sabjiwala just did his job. He did what he was asked of, and he's gonna get some good roti for tonight. And well, he's probably not, because he died right there in the smoke. And the match is down to Primo. Can he do it? No. You saw that before I said it, so you know that nothing could have happened. But still, the match is still in balance. And well, things are kind of in balance till now. It's really important to see who takes this set, because whoever gets the win here is probably going to be at a good advantage. And what do I see? There's a Frank. That Frank thinks he can stun everybody when the smoke is close. But little does he know, he can do nothing before that. He would probably charge his super on that Nani, but that Nani knows one little attack on him and he's probably going to be dead. And he knows how dangerous it could be. 2 people teleporting at the same time. This is something that happens in Pokemon when you see one Pokemon disappearing and everything else following behind that. There's a Colt. Colt is taking his shots. That Piper is waiting to take on Colt, and there she does it. She was waiting. She was stalking him like Randy Orton stalking him, and there came the RKO right out of nowhere. The Frank there, he's kind of sad. He knows he can't do really much in the initial part. This is like one of those situations where you have a batting power play in cricket and you kind of score 10 runs in 10 overs. But then when the middle overs come in and when the death comes in, that's when Frank can actually strike. Well, actually, he can't. Well, he can technically, but it's not gonna be very easy. It's gonna be pretty bad on the contrary because, well, you can hide behind those obstacles. And Frank, well, he can tank things. He can be your shield. He can be your bow totem, as somebody had said in the previous game. But you can't really charge your super, so he's practically useless. And just like that, one of the Nanis is taken down again. There's a Colt there. He's fighting for his side. The Frank doesn't have any hope, and he commits suicide there because he ain't getting no Piper for this new year. He's probably gonna get only one wish, and that is the wish of death. And we all know how dangerous that wish can be. The Nani is shooting the Piper, and he is gonna take his revenge on the Piper for not accepting him for this new year. There's a Mr. P there, and he's gonna get roasted. Or is the Piper gonna get toasted? Well, Mr. P died, which is sad because, well, he was pretty good and he was doing a good job for his side. The battle is between the sharpshooters. Who's gonna get it done? Is it gonna be the guy with the bullets? Is it gonna be the guy who calls everyone else noob? And yes, he did make the Piper kind of lose. 1:0 2:1. I'm sorry, 0:1 2:1. Team 3 in the lead. This is kind of surprising. Well, not entirely surprising, I would say kind of, because, well, if you're on the bottom, it's probably easier to shoot upwards. That's why these guys have one extra member. And that's exactly why the guys on the bottom right and the bottom left are probably struggling and doing well at the same time. It's easy. It's really easy. Let me tell you this much. It's easy if you're on the bottom, but it's also easy if you're on the top. If you get a good start on the top, you can easily eliminate people on the bottom sides. You can eliminate people on the left side as well. But the threat is from everywhere, and that is why, my friends, that is why life is so inconsistent and so difficult to tell what's gonna happen. Because in this map, you gotta have eyes everywhere. You gotta have eyes in the front of your head, in the back of your head, on the side of your head. You gotta have eyes on your nose. You gotta have eyes on your mouth, because this is the map where you need to have a look from all directions, because anything can strike you from anywhere. And of course, that Nani peep, that's gonna piss you off even more if it hits you. You don't want to wait for that. You want to wait for your moment. And there, the Frank, he's pretty unhappy that he is, well, a Frank again. He could have taken so much more better, but he decided to go ahead and choose Frank again. So far, he survived because he's camped. But oh, there's a fight there. There's a fight going on there. There was a big fight there, and that little KFC killed that Colt on his team. There was a fight over that Piper, I'm sure. Piper is the reason for so many fights these days. And guess what? There's a Gale there. He's gonna push people back into the storm. And he's gonna wait to get that jump pad out there just to piss people on his side off. Things are close again. And they're so very close. We have 5 people left. Top left team on the verge of being eliminated. Piper ready with the attack, and there she goes down. There's a Mr. P who's thrown his turret, and just like that, the Gale looks like dead meat as well. The Frank is in the top 3. He's like Kenya in the 2003 World Cup. He's waiting for his opportunity to get to the final World Cup, and he's trying to attack. His attacks are hitting, but he's under too much of pressure from the KFC. The KFC are gonna take over the world, and that, my friends, is how KFC took over the entire world in 2021. 0:1 3:1. There's only one way of stopping the bottom left team from winning. You gotta win 2 games straight. And hell, if you're the first team, you're not gonna do anything, because, well, if you win 2 games, you just made the other team win. The other 2 teams, which is the team on the top right and the bottom right, they gotta get their wins in, and they gotta do it twice in order to stop this team, because if they don't, the first set is gonna go right into the hands of, well, the team on the bottom left. Just like that, everyone went after the Piper. Everyone wants her for this Merry Christmas. Everyone wants her for New Year for the party, but she didn't get to anybody. She's just waiting back there to shoot you right in the head. That Jesse there, he can do really good stuff, but he got killed. Once he gets his turret active, he can practically throw it onto any side and just press that little button that shoots you right in the head and shoots your opponent as well, because, well, that's what Jesse's super does these days. It kind of like kills the entire team. But for that, you gotta get the super, and he couldn't really get it. That's why Mr. P is somewhat beneficial on these maps because, well, you gotta get over those barriers. Why do you want to hit those barriers when you can get over them? There's a Mr. P and a tick. That tick can do a really good deal of damage. He has 2 cubes. He's probably not gonna survive a Piper's shot. He's not gonna survive any shot. But he is not gonna go down like that. He's like a Saiyan. The only thing is, his head is like a Dragon Ball. But this Dragon Ball grants you only one thing in life: death. Now we're down to 5 people on this battle arena. Everybody's fighting for their side. Nobody's giving up just yet because the party has just begun. Ticks are throwing their bombs on the other side. Gales are attacking randomly and killing their own teammate, but they're still giving each other the thumbs up. They're still waiting for the other teams to kill each other off. Gale can do some good damage in this game. He can slow your opponents down, just like he did. And of course, his range is pretty good as well. And he knows what he has to do. He just gotta get his super, and when everyone is sitting in the front, waiting for the smoke to close in, he just gotta press that button and send everyone back into the smoke. Banish everyone back into the smoke so they get an eternal painful death, and the tick throws his head, and just like that, the Dragon Ball did his job. And with that, we take the set for the team on the bottom left. Yes guys, they've got this set in their hands. 0:1:4:1. There's no way they can lose this. Well, they can make the record even better and like end it at 0:151, but that's not gonna be easy because everyone is hungry for dinner. Everyone is hungry to get one win up their belt. The team on the top left, they still gotta perform. They haven't really taken off in this set. In any of the sets actually, they haven't really done that well in the first. They managed to get a couple of wins, but that ain't enough in this format. You gotta win the entire thing in order to take it forward. And the other thing is, well, you can't really rely on winning an entire set because the other teams are gonna go hard at you. So if you win a set, there's a really good chance that you take the entire day into your control. Just like that, you see Mr. P's. And there's another thing, people have started using these teleporters in really good ways. You can actually escape, or you can plan a surprise attack with those teleporters. People attack on the teleporters and get teleported to the other side just to use another ammunition. And with that, the Sabjiwala, he gets what he wanted. He wanted to trap 2 people at the same time, but that little Mr. P, he survives for another day. He's waiting for his turn to attack back and get revenge on that bow because he ain't gonna sit quietly. There's a tick there, bombs going off everywhere. Everywhere I look, I see a bomb, and this ain't even Diwali yet. And with that, the Mr. P is taken down. He had a chance, but he kind of messed it up and he is not alive anymore. And that's all because of one of those bombs and, well, one of those rockets which shot him right in the head. And the tick, his life is in danger as well. And the team on the top right, they seem to be in control of this match. Well, at least for the moment. The team on the top left, they have only 1 member left. The team on the right in this situation is actually doing a good job. And with that, the bottom left team is up against the top right team, and it's a 2 versus 3. Well, or a 3 versus 2, the way you look at it. The ticks, they're doing their job, they're throwing their bombs, but they're low on health. Everyone is waiting for the opponent to come ahead, and just like that, that penny gets killed. I thought the team on the top right had a chance to stop and take a win, but it looks like things aren't gonna be that easy. It's a 2 versus 2 right now. Tick gets killed. And oh wait, the 2 Sabjiwalas, they have it all in their hands. It's up to them. And what did I just see? Sabjiwala does it for his side. These guys are the future, and set 2 goes right into the hands of the 3rd team. Set 3 begin. Everyone is smiling, everyone is happy. They should be happy, the job isn't done yet. Nothing is over until it's over. It doesn't matter what you said. Well, that was the Rock's dialogue. I don't know why I used it because what I said did matter, but it doesn't matter what you said. Yeah, and this can go on for us. I have better things to do this new year, damn it. There's a Sprout there. He's charging. He thinks he's charging, but he's not actually charging. He's waiting for somebody to come right into those bushes when he can use his attack and actually squish you right under his pink big blob thing. And it's not good. It's not fun getting hit by one of those. How would you like getting hit by a truck of bubblegum? I don't think you would like it either. You think Sprouts are sweet. You think Sprouts are actually sweet and helpful. They're the worst thing that can happen to you. All these years, you thought eating Sprouts are gonna help you. The only thing Sprout knows is it's out to eat you now because it's your turn to be eaten. It's your turn to be eaten and chewed up. He's eating his grass. He's getting his HP back. He's getting 2000 HP back with his gadget. once the humans are his food, he's gonna get his entire health back and he is gonna take over the world, just as I had said in video 1, which is probably a long time back. But nonetheless, Sprouts, they got their shit right. They're just waiting for their chance. They're just waiting for people to come right in their face. You see 3 Sabjiwalas up there. Sabjiwalas are everywhere in these games. You see them all around. The turret goes. Piper just killed that turret. The Thela has gone down and the Sabjiwala ain't gonna be quiet. He's pissed off. He's waiting to get back at that lady who just tore his Thela apart. His source of earning. His vegetables are all on the ground. Piper goes up in the air and it's taken. And this sounded like a cricket commentary, but well, Bo is kinda dead, I guess. That should be it, and it's not. Oh, surprise! Surprise party, there's a Colt there. He cashed in his contract. He was waiting for his moment. He was waiting for the opportune time. He's Seth Rollins. I know he's Rollins. He's just got that look in his face. Well, he could be CM Punk or Edge as well, because they won the contract. And they won it twice, and they won the contract, and they won the championship. That's how you do it, folks. Sprout still took over. Sprout is pretty much John Cena of this mode. Try to cash in money in the bank in his presence, and he's gonna piss you off. What are we looking at? People are dancing. There's a Pam and a B and a Colt who thinks he's Salman Khan of the Bung, but he's just going from the side. He ain't doing the Salman Khan entry that you expect him to do. The Pam is happy with the B. They're waiting for the new year as well to celebrate with their families and their bees, I guess. There's a Bo there. He's waiting with his Thela. He's waiting with his Sabjiwala Thela just so he can get his bombs ready and throw it all over the place. There's a Colette. Colette, the fan of Brawl Stars. She is now a fan of alcohol because she's waiting for the Daru party as well. Everyone is waiting when this would end so that we can finally take control of actual business and get down to the drinks. That's what they're all here for. They're all sad because they know the party isn't over yet. Nothing is over until it's over. Oh wait, I just said that 2 minutes back. There's a Sabjiwala. He got his super. He's thrown his bombs. He just gotta wait back now. Sit back and relax. You've done the hard work for the day. You've sold. I just said sell. Oh god, I need to go back to school. You sold your Sabji. You sold your Karela. You gotta wait and get your health back, because if you don't, things aren't gonna look that good for you. There's a Tick there. He got his head to the other side. The Colette, she has her shield. She's waiting. She's got her protection on, and just like that, she goes down to one of those cold bullets. Things are getting closer. 7 players left. People are being killed left and right. Everywhere I see, I only see death. You see Pipers killing Colts, Colts killing Pipers. You see Ticks throwing their bombshell thingies. You see Bows throwing their little sheikh kebab like attacks. Everybody's having a party, and now it's down to a 2 versus 2 situation again. The Sprout could take control back into his hands. It's only a matter of time by when this could actually take effect. And you see the Colt, he knows what's gonna happen. He knows things aren't looking too good. You got the bombs there, they're on the back foot. This is the time to strike, just like Zahid Khan used to strike. And this is what the guys on the left wanted for the top right guys. Things are getting closer. Pipers, oh wait, that was a great double kill right there. 0:1:1:0. Well, too early to say anything, I guess. We still got around 5 games left to go, so there's still a good amount of time in this game. People are sad. People are wondering who should get that. There's a Tick, snowman Tick there in the middle of the sun. He's gonna melt and become a nice juice, which he could be served well in another season. But he's gonna do his job. He's gonna do his best. The Piper there, she's ready with her gadget. She's just waiting for you to come right out of those bushes so she can give you one good homemade recipe. And you, my friends, you don't want one of those good homemade recipes. You want to stay where that Bo is staying, somewhere in the middle, cozy with your Sabjiwala Thela, getting your Sabjis out and making your sales to the evening. You see a big battle going on there. There's a Piper who has low health. There's a Sabjiwala there who has low health. There's a Nani who's in the corner. He's waiting for those bombs to disappear. He's waiting for those snowball bombs, those snowball jabroni bombs of Little Tick to evaporate and become water or whatever it's becoming. And there we see the snowman Tick go down like one of the saddest things, the saddest anime deaths. That's what it looks like, guys. And that, my friends, is the worst thing that can happen to anybody in recent time. There's a Piper there. She's waiting for her moment. There's a Sabjiwala there. He's waiting for his moment so he can come right out and throw his bombs. And just like that, you see one of the Pipers shot right in the head. Things are going really tight. There are two bows, well, one bow and two Pipers there, and the three Pipers actually, if you want to get technical about it. That bow, he doesn't look in a very good position. Things don't look very good. Everyone wants the bow to die. They want him to go back home and eat roti and dal with his wife. And just like that, he's back home eating roti. It's a triple threat now between the three Pipers. Who's the best of them all? Who's Miss World? That's the answer that we're gonna get tonight. And things, my friends, are going really, really tight. It's really close. Everyone is waiting for their moment. Everyone wants to get their cubes and be ready for this fight, because this fight isn't just a fight. It determines what you're made of. It determines who the best in the world is. And just like that, one of the Pipers goes down. It's really close. Things are really close. You see homemade recipes going everywhere. You see those shots going everywhere. None of them are hitting. Well, few of them are. And just like that, it's over. 0-1 is to 2-0. One more win for the third side can pretty much get the job done. They ain't gonna lose it from that point on if they get one more win, that is. And we're just gonna see how that's gonna go, because the other teams, they're not gonna wait. They're gonna give their best shot, because nobody is a loser. Everybody wants to be a winner. Who wants to be a loser when you can be a winner in life? Well, since 2020 is out of the way and that kawaii shit you saw earlier in this video is out, well, people are all gangster. And well, a coach just died in the smoke, and that's kind of sad for him, I guess. But guess what? Everybody else is ready. People are mourning his death because, well, that was a pretty sad death to die in the smoke. Pipers are shooting. She's trying to take on everyone together. Mr. P just took out that little doggy who was doing nothing harmful to society. Well, he was throwing bombs and he was going to throw his head off like a creeper does, but, well, he died. So that's sad, I guess. 7 players left. Things are really tight. Piper getting shot. Bows are getting shot. Mr. P just got shot. Well, he could have been stunned, but I guess the super was kind of different from what was anticipated. But, well, that kind of stuff happens in life. You probably saw a Snake Prairie map earlier in the day, and that Sabjiwala forgot to change his SP. Well, obviously, you want to stun your enemies. You don't want to see grass, because you can't really see the grass on the other side unless you're in the first row. And if you're in the first row, you're probably going to be shot in the head by a Colt or a Brock or maybe a Piper. So yeah, sad life, I guess. Yeah, 6 players left. We see a couple of players on the bottom sides. Just like that, it's 5. So 2 on the bottom left and right, that is. 1 on the top left. Things are going quite close. And looking at what I'm seeing right now, I think the team on the bottom left is going to try to seal the deal here, because they just need a single win. And they lost one of their members right there. Mr. P is all alone on his side. And this is a good chance for them, for the other teams to try to stop the team on the bottom left. This is a good opportunity for them. And just like that, we see the team on the right, the bottom right that is. They're trying to get their revenge and get that Mr. P out of the island and get him on the plate. And just like that, he's out. So we're going to have a new winner for this round at least. It's 0-1 is to 2-1. And things are looking quite good for all the sides. The team on the bottom left, well, that team can still kind of take it and win it. Team 3, that is. Not Team 3D. This ain't Bully Ray and Brother Devon's Team 3D. Hell no, this is something much better than that. This is something that can actually last for 100 World Tag Team Championships. There's a Colt right there. He's got his gadget in hand. He's waiting for that little tick to come right out. And he's gonna plant that gadget, and he kind of missed. And that kind of made him sad. And the Piper's sad. And the Rico is sad. And everyone is sad. Everyone is sad that that gadget missed. But they don't realize that Colt has 3 of those. And he's still got 2 up his sleeve. And he's waiting. He's got it in hand again. He's just waiting for his moment to shoot down anybody, anywhere he sees. There's a Nani there. That Nani is giving a little Nani eye to the guys on the other end. But that Colt, he's got something much more dangerous to give right into that Nani. And he's still got it there. He's still got some health left, and he's kind of pissed off. There's a tick there. He's doing some good dodgy Dragon Ball Z moves. He's trying to move and dance and slide and do all sorts of things. That Rico is right there dancing with the Colt, because that Rico knows he can get shit done as well. Nani very close. to eliminating one of those Pipers. Pipers ain't gonna accept you, Nani, if you keep doing that to her. Nobody wants to get killed on the day of New Year because, well, the drinks are ready and everybody is ready to dance. The dance floor is pretty empty, I think, compared to the last few years. But that's not gonna stop people from celebrating New Year. Well, it should because, well, the pandemic is still there, by the way. But you get the point. You get it. People are still gonna do their best to win and celebrate. The team on the top left, they haven't lost a single person yet. There's a Spike trying to derail the team on the top left, and that Spike managed to do it. And just like that, it's down to 4 people. The top left versus the bottom right. This could be a good chance, and I saw a Rico attacking the Colt, and that could be the game-changing moment of this entire game. The Colt uses its gadget, and that kind of couldn't quite get the job done because, well, he attacked the turret. And we see a very big change of plans here, and the Colt is down. 3-number set is down to 0:1:2:2. If there's any hope of forming a draw, or at least a tie, at the end of the day, it's probably gonna be this. The team on the top, well, not top actually, the bottom right, wins the remaining games. There are 5 games played, guys. We got a couple of games in. There's still 2 games left. Nothing is over. The party is still happening. Nothing is over until it's over. I think that's the 3rd time I'm saying this in this video. But nonetheless, one of those Nanis there, he dies. He just died in the smoke because, well, Wi-Fi issues, I guess. Why? What do I see here? There's an Amber. That Amber could do some good damage. That Amber can do a lot of good stuff. She sits in her little puddle, in her little blue liquid, and she waits for her super. And once she has it, throw it right over your opponent's bushes. Burn your opponents. Well, the Pam kind of died to a sad dynamite explosion, but that's not gonna stop anybody. Things are all pretty balanced. You still have 8 people left. It's a 2 versus 2 situation, a 2-team situation for all sides. That Bo there, he's waiting on his tailor. He's waiting for his Sabji to be ready for the evening. What do I see? Another death. Deaths are happening. There's a lot happening down there in the middle. There's too much to call. There's too close. It's too close. There's a Bo, there's an Amber. The Amber has thrown her puddle to the other side. She's waiting to throw her super as well. Because, well, who doesn't want to throw their super? She just wants to wait for the smoke to close in. You could have alternatively probably like burnt your opponents or something like that, but or at least burn the bushes, but well, guess what? I guess you didn't. That's still not gonna stop anybody. The Sprout is ready. He's throwing his attacks. The Sprout on the top right corner. She's ready. She's waiting, or it's waiting. I don't know what its gender is. I'm sorry. But he's still attacking. He's still doing his best. The team on the top left is very close to being eliminated. And what did I see here? The top left team, low on health, both of them. A double kill for that Nani. And it's down to 3 people. It's down to that Nani and, well, that Tara, I think. Or wait, no, something else. And just like that, the team on the bottom left loses, and it's 0:1:2:3. The bottom right team, they cannot lose this set. The worst that can happen is they form a tie with some of the other sides. They could actually win this set. There's a good chance. But the team on the bottom left, they're going to be looking to stop the plans of the team on the bottom right. They're going to stop the party. They don't want the party to happen. They want to be the hosts of the party. They are the party. They're just waiting for their moment to get back revenge. Whereas the team on the bottom right, they've got their alcohol ready. Their booze is ready. Everybody is ready with their drinks and their food. And you saw Gale there. He threw his jump pad to confuse his team, and that pissed everyone off. The team on the top left, they're facing a lot of trouble. They're being obliterated, they're being thrashed, they're being destroyed. But that doesn't mean they're gonna stop. Well, Gale should probably stop throwing his jump pad like that because it's confusing everyone on his side and pissing them off. And you see there the guys got pissed off on each other. Gale is probably gonna stop his monkey business and he's gonna start focusing. He knows there's no room for this monkey business and he's sad. And the Colt, well, he's giving a good impression to that Gale over there. Nanis, they're shooting away. It's 8 players left. This is the final round, my friends. It's down to 3 versus 1 versus, well, I guess 2 versus 2 because 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, exactly. I totally didn't show that I didn't know the number of people on all the sides. So yeah, 3 versus 1. versus a couple of people on the bottom sides. The Nani is waiting for his health to come back. This is not good. The team on the bottom right, they have to get this win, or at least not let the team on the bottom left win. If the team on the bottom left does win, and there you see it, the team on the bottom right strikes, trying to make the series level, or at least make some sort of difference to the team on the bottom left. So they are eliminated and they make it a draw for the day. But the Sprout, that Sprout isn't gonna wait. That Sprout is gonna do its job, and that Sprout wants Tara. It's down to 5 members. Things are getting really close. 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 2. I don't know what to do. Well, that kind of worked. The smoke closes in. It's too close to call. Nani throws his little Nani peep out. One side down. It's down to 1 versus 1. It's the Sprout versus the Tara, and the Sprout can spoil the plans for New Year. And the Tara is dodging it, keeping all the things alive.